Hey guys, SpinoDude here and welcome back to another review. Today guys, we're taking a look at another 2019 Safari Ltd figure for the #HowASafari campaign. So let's have our co-host Marvin bring it out. Thank you, Marvin. Alrighty guys, so today we're going to be taking a look at the brand new 2019 Safari Ltd Stegosaurus. As always, a massive thank you to Safari for sending this figure over to the channel. And also guys, there's going to be some changes to my reviews from now on. I am going to be going even simpler, and I want to send a shout out to Bionicosaurus because I've been watching his reviews lately and I genuinely just enjoy them. I watch through every second of them. I think they're super chill and they're minimalistic in their editing, and I wanted to give it a shot because, quite frankly, I've been kind of burnt out with making reviews lately because I've been doing it for so long. So when I do make reviews coming up on the channel, I'm going to be going super casual with it. So yeah, shout out to Gibson. I did run this by him and he said, yeah, that's totally fine. Go for it. So don't worry, I'm not just stealing his ideas without permission. So I'm going to be cutting out the creature fact sequence and just sort of bring up little facts about the animal as I'm talking about it in the reviews from now on, etc. So the art that you guys submitted for the Stegosaurus review, I'm going to put some up on the screen right now. All the ones that I picked out for the fact sequence, so you guys can have your art featured. But from now on, guys, I am not going to be featuring any more art in my reviews. Perhaps in some other videos I'll do like some fan art videos or something. But as of right now, I just want to make these videos faster to make and minimal in editing, etc. But without further ado, let's jump in and take a look at this Stegosaurus. I have to say, I first saw this figure and I was just like, okay, it's a new Stegosaurus. I didn't think much of it at first, but I did. I love the colors that they had on the initial, first version. It's only on the cover of the Safari Ltd 2019 catalog, I believe, and I loved it. The colors were much more vibrant. They are quite a bit more dull in person, I will say, like very dark. The greens on the side are almost not visible. Like in the promo images, it looks like it has some green airbrushed on the sides of the animal, but it's basically just all brown now, and you have some yellow on the side transitioning into the creamy underbelly. I still think it's a nice color scheme. It's very simple, but it works out, and the plates on the back are my favorite part. Like, they are just pulsing with an orange color, and it definitely brings attention to those in a very good way. I also like the little stripes going along the plates as well. Also, I didn't realize until this figure came out how badly we needed a new Stegosaurus figure. Because there are a lot of Stegosaurus figures that are out there, and I'm just kind of like, okay, yeah, that one's cool, or that one's alright, you know, it's a Stegosaurus, that works, or whatever. But we didn't really have one that's like completely up to date on what Stegosaurus looks like now. And Safari right here has delivered basically the perfect Stegosaurus as far as scientific accuracy goes. Now I'm going to put up an image of the latest skeletal for Stegosaurus because the previous Stegosaurus that Safari made in 2007, I believe it came out, the red one, which I do not have, it has like a almost hunchback with the plates going up and then down the tail, which is kind of almost dragging downwards. But Stegosaurus' latest reconstruction has a body that's more similar to its cousin, the Miragaia. It's more horizontal and it has a longer neck in comparison to the previous one. As far as I'm aware, I'm not an expert on Stegosaurus, but I'm just comparing this to the latest skeletals I've seen. And the only thing that I really see on this figure is that maybe the neck could be a little bit longer, but it might just be deceiving because the neck is turning off to the side like that. But overall, I think it looks pretty good. But why don't we zoom in and we'll take a look at some of the details on this figure quickly. So, zooming in. So there are some really nice details in the sculpt. The toned musculature in the legs is great. I also really like all the wrinkles and folds in the skin, of course. You can really tell that the legs are carrying weight on them. I think they're sculpted very, very well. I love how muscular and thick the base of the tail is there. Makes the tail look very powerful. You can see the tail is turning off to the side. And there is the signature Thagomizer that Stegosaurus is of course known for. And the feet have the correct number of toes and claws on them as well. Stegosaurus had 5 digits on its front feet. The first 2 were clawed, the rest of them weren't. And then on the back feet there are 3 large clawed digits, and of course the claws are painted in black here. I will say, I really like the socks on the Stegosaurus. I wish they were in black, maybe. I don't really like the way the gray looks, and mine don't look too appealing with the way they were painted. I feel like they definitely could have been done better, but I have seen some other figures of the Stegosaurus, and it seems like some of them are painted much better than mine. Also, one thing I want to bring up is that the paint on this figure is not very stable. This mark on the plate here actually wasn't there when I got it. That is due to my parakeet, Petey, getting loose and flying up to my Stegosaurus and deciding to bite its plate. So yeah, that one's more or less my fault. But there are some scuffs on this one. You can see on the top of this plate here, some of the paint was scraped off. On the top of the hip there is a little bit of a mark on this plate as well. Yeah, and I think that's it for mine, but I have seen some other ones that have scuffs on them as well. So the paint is kind of fragile on this figure, so I would just be careful with it. Also, there's a look at that quite adorable little face. I love the way the eye is painted. It's very detailed for being so small. You can see next to my fingers there, and I really like how that's done in a glossy color, brings out the eye. And I love the way the cheeks look from front on. It looks kind of like a chipmunk or something. It's cute. I like it. And there's a look at the other side. The nostrils and the ears are carved out as well, and the beak has a nice little expression on it. Also, this Stegosaurus has the perfect number of plates on its back as well, from when I counted them. When comparing it to the latest skeletal that I found online. But Marvin, why don't you bring out the flexi ruler so we can give this figure a quick measure? Thank you, Marvin. Alright, we've got our trusty flexi ruler here, so let's give this Stegosaurus a measure. So in terms of the length from the tip of the snout to the tip of the tail, we are looking at about 8.5 inches, which is about 22 centimeters. And in terms of the height at the highest point, which is the top of the plate above the hip there, we are looking at about 4 inches, a little over 4 inches, which is about 10.5 centimeters. Now this figure is fairly average sized. We're going to scoot it off to the side here so you guys can get an even better idea of how large it is. Here's the 2018 Safari Ltd. Ankylosaurus. And I think these figures look quite nice next to each other. Their color schemes are kind of similar to each other actually, with the yellows and the black and the browns, etc. I'm also going to tilt the camera up here to bring in another dinosaur from the Morrison formation of the Jurassic period, the Diplodocus. This is the 2017 Safari Ltd. Diplodocus. And while not in scale with each other, I think these figures look really nice. I'm still such a fan of the bright blue coloration. I think it's a very unique choice for Diplodocus, and overall, I just really like the way these two look with each other. But anyway, guys, that's going to do it for this video. Let me know what you think of this brand new 2019 Safari Ltd. Stegosaurus. I really like it. This is the go-to Stegosaurus now, in my opinion. If you want a good Stegosaurus figure, go get this one, because this one's great. This is the best Stegosaurus we have out on the market right now, in my opinion. So, if you want to get this one for yourself, you can go to www.safariltd.com and use the coupon code SpinoDude, that's SpinoDude, to get 10% off your next order. Also, check out amazon.com/safariltd. And if you guys enjoyed this video, make sure to leave a like down below and subscribe to the channel. And as always, I will see you in my next video. So take care, and bye-bye.